Okay, Salakia. I've filmed this last part once already, but it got interrupted again. So this is the last final part. All glory and praise y'all about Shemel Shai. So I gotta go back, and make the point again. This is Leviticus 13 and 2, and I was just speaking about the mark of Cain, why Esau Edom looks the way he looks. Why does he lack pigment? Why does a typical Edomite today look the way they look, and why is that? All right, but in and of itself, it's a telltale sign that they are the wicked. But that's not the only determining factor as to what makes or what determines who the wicked is. Now, the wicked is a nation. The wicked is the spirit and the really the spirit of Esau. The nation, the wicked of Esau. You know what I'm saying? And typically they do look, with leprous, because they're clean lepers. They do look leprous, and they do have typically, but there are exceptions. Blonde hair, blue eyes, green eyes. What say you? It doesn't really matter. But we got to understand and try the spirit by the spirit, and because we understand that the Hebrew Israelites, we come in different shapes, different shades, and things of that nature. And I know there's brothers in the truth, or brothers in general, that that have some of the characteristics of Esau, and they're Israelites. So you're just the same as Edomites. They can look like a so-called. You can have a Jake looking person, but it's really an Edomite. So that's why we gotta try the spirit by the spirit. You understand? But I'm making the point to say that their leprosy is a plague, and it is a curse. It's the mark of Cain, all right, that was passed down through reincarnation, given unto 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 Esau in reincarnation coming back. So I'm gonna read this is Leviticus 13 and 2. Please don't mind the noise, cleaners. It says, when a man shall have in his skin of his flesh a rising scab or bright spot, and in the skin his flesh a bright spot, which is going into leprosy basically. It says, in what Esau looks like. It says, so-called white man looks like. It says, and it shall be in the skin of his flesh the plague of leprosy. Then he shall be brought into the Aaron the priest, and they're going to, decide what to do. Now this is for an Israelite man, but I'm using this to showcase that when even an Israelite man gets these type of plagues, that it's a plague. It's not good. So Esau Edom, the way that he looks is actually adverse. Is actually recessive. It's actually not a good thing. But like I said before, we gotta be careful, because we have the children of Israel who have particular characteristics of lack of pigment like unto Esau, but are Israelites, and they're gonna get their pigment back in the kingdom, so it's all good. But however, I'm just making a point now. Let's get Thessalonians 3. All right. My bad. I'm in First Thessalonians. Let's get Second Thessalonians, and we're gonna jump right to it. All right, because Esau Edom is being revealed not only by his pigment, and which is one sign, but that's not all the signs that we can go off. We don't just go off, oh, he looks like a so-called white person, therefore he's Esau. No, you got to try the spirit by the spirit, and really get to the understanding and see, discerning of spirits. All right, but Esau is going to have a particular spirit, going into these Amalekites, going into these everyday Edomites are going to have a prideful spirit about themselves in these times, because they have rulership. But at the end of the day, they're still the base man, and they still a vagabond, and they're still a fugitive, in the earth. They're very low, very profane. There's particular characteristics that Esau Edom has. But it says, and it says here in verse 4, this is another telltale sign of an Edomite, especially This can be identified today in these elites who are Edomites. These Amalekites, these 13 blood families that's ruling the earth right now. We're going into the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Bergs, and so on and so forth. Klaus Schwab and their little ilk. They like to change their names a lot. So, but going into the elites, of the society who are Edomites, all right, because we understand that Esau Edom has to be ruling in the earth right now to fulfill prophecy for us to take him out of rulership and reign as the sons of God. It says in verse 4, this is Esau now, who exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High. And that's what Esau Edom is trying to do ultimately. And his master plan is to chip the entire world with that RFID chip technology so that he'll be able to know where you are, what you're thinking, what you're doing, what you're buying, and if and just have ultimate control over you, like as if he was a god, but he's not a god. All right, he's a man, he's a base man. All right, and the Lord Yahawashi is going to disappoint him. All right, it says, who exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, and that is worship, so that he is the Most High, and that's what he wants. He has a God complex. All right, because he has a God complex, and it's funny when he'll never ever be a god. But we, being the children of Israel, we will achieve that. All right, because the Lord told us in Psalms 82:6, and he verified it as well in the New Testament in the book of John, that we are gods, and that it was written in our law. All right, but Esau Edom is not a god. He's a man, and he's gonna be destroyed. All right, it says, so that he is the Most High and sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing that himself that he is the Most High. All right, it says verse 6, jumping down, it says that he may withhold that he might be revealed in his time. All right, Esau Edom, being a so-called white man today, had to be revealed in his time, because during the time of the prophets and the ancient prophets, during the time of the Roman Empire, and before that, Jake and the man of the Lord didn't understand who this particular prophecy was speaking about. But now, we being the prophets coming back in reincarnation, we have the understanding, and now we understand who the wicked is, who this is, who is being revealed. All right, and not only is he being revealed by his pigment, which is a telltale sign, typically because they look like that, but he's being revealed by his spirit, by his works, by the things that he do, what he's trying to accomplish in the earth. Okay, which is witchcraft and wickedness, really, and the Lord is going to disappoint him. He's going to disappoint his enterprise. Okay. Jumping down to verse 8, it says, and then the wicked shall be revealed. And we understand who the wicked is, and they're being revealed by their, like I say, their actions, their lack of pigment, which is one sign, but it's really, we got to try the spirit, and by the spirit, and go into their actions, their mannerisms, the things that they say, the things that they do. It says in verse 8, and the wicked shall be revealed, in whom the Lord, Yahawashi, shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is going into the prophets. It says, and shall destroy, because the Lord is going to destroy Esau with the brightness of his coming. And this is going to be, which is representation of the Lord coming back via the chariots, via the vehicles of the Lord, and the vehicles of the heavenly force. Okay. And it says in verse 9, and this is why I say try the spirit by the spirit. These Edomites come in the spirit of Satan, in the spirit of lying wonders, in the spirit of craft. Okay, very sly. Okay, I'm gonna get one more precept after this, and I'm gonna wrap it up. It says, even him. Now this is speaking of a man, a nation of people, which we understand today, typically look and have a lack of pigment. That's just typically what it is. Now, like I said before, there is exceptions for on the Edomite side and on the Israelite side. Keep that in mind. Do not be ignorant of that. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and lying and wonders. All right. So he comes in the energy. He pushes that energy of the left hand. All right. When you go into that word, I believe when you go into that word working, it goes into energy. Or let me see, it goes into energia here, as you can see right here, G1753, where you get that word energy from. So Esau pushes the energy on the left hand. All right, that's how we can identify him today, as well as, the lack of pigment. But solely depending on the lack of pigment to identify the wicked is not what you're supposed to be doing. You need to try the spirit, And I got one more precept. Damn, it's on the tip of what is it? Okay. And here's another precept here. This is Psalms 55 and 21, going to more characteristics that Esau Edom uses to deceive the people, and coming in that spirit of those lying wonders, like it spoke about in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. All right, Esau comes with that craft. He comes with that nice smooth voice, that Joel Osteen type of spirit of everything's gonna be okay. Just take this chip, just take this MARK, this MOTB, and you guys are gonna be great. You guys are gonna be fine. We're gonna build back better than ever. This is the type of energy, the type of stuff, the type of convenience that he's gonna push, in the times to come. But really, he's setting you up to be destroyed. All right, he's setting you up to be, corral like some cattle, as if you were a cow or something. He's trying to have ultimate control over the minds of the people, and to do that, he's gonna use lying wonders. He's gonna use smooth words. He's gonna lie, basically. He's gonna lie. Okay. Now it reads on to say, but war was in his heart. He wants war with the saints. He wants war with the saints of God. When we are the sons of God, we are the Israelites. So he wants war with us. He wants war with Yahawashi, and he's going to get it, and he's going to be destroyed. But it says his words were softer than butter, softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. So we got to keep that in mind. This is, characteristics and things that the Edomites do. Okay? So let's get one more precept. And this is gonna be it. Lord, when this was edifying, and we're gonna come back again with some more lessons later. Now, this is Ecclesiasticus. Let's get the whole chapter. We're not gonna read the whole chapter, but I want to see the whole chapter. Let's jump down. And we're going to get this right here, the point where we're going to start right here at 10. It says, and all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of the earth. It says in verse 11, in much knowledge the Lord have divided them. He has set apart the sons of God, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. There are 3 classifications of men, and I just broke it down for you. Esau is the sons of the wicked, the sons of God are the Israelites, and the sons of men are everybody else outside of Esau and Jacob. Okay, or Esau and Israel. Okay, so it says in verse 11, in much knowledge the Lord have divided them and made their ways diverse. And the point is here in verse 12 and 13, it says, some of them have he blessed. The ones that he have blessed and exalted, or will be exalted here in due time, is the children of Israel. And the ones that he's blessed as well is the children of Israel. But it says here, and some have he sanctified, and the Lord has sanctified the elect, the remnant from the beginning. Okay, it says, and set near himself. All right, but it says here, the point, but some of them have he cursed, and this is going into Esau Edom. The plagues, that mark that was put upon, Esau, and the characteristics, man. Okay. And it says, and some have he cursed and brought low. Esau, Edom will be brought low in the kingdom. He will be brought low in these last days. And it says, and have turned out of their places. All right. 13. And it says this, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure. So no man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as he liketh best. So the Lord Yahawashi has complete control over what he wants to do. So the Lord wanted to create Esau, Edom to be the wicked, to destroy him, and he wanted to create, Israel to be a blessed nation, to bless them. Then he can do that. There is no sin in that. There is no, what doest thou, Lord? What are you doing? No, the Lord Yahawashi has that ability and he has that authority. Okay. 14. And good is set against evil. Okay. We being the remnant, Lord willing, we being of that number, we being the hopeful elect, we are the good, we are the ones that's going to stand up, like it says in Psalms 96, against the evildoers. The evil is Esau, okay? And and we also have 2/3 of our own people who are in the spirit of Esau, who are also going to be destroyed because they follow after the evil and the wicked ways of Esau and the other nations, and they're going to be destroyed as well, okay? It says good is set against evil and life against death, all right? We want life, and the Lord Yahawashi told us that he is the life, and he's going to give us life more abundantly. But we understand that that death is also here, and Esau is in Satan, on the left hand. We got the spiritual demon Satan, and then we got the physical counterpart of Satan on the earth, which is Esau, and he rules with the sword. All right, and Esau has a lot of bodies on his hand, a lot of death. All right. Because Satan uses Esau to fulfill the will, because they are the wicked. So they have to do what? Wicked things. It says, and life against death. So the godly is against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So we, Lord willing, represent the godly, and they are the sinners. So we are going to be adverse. We're going to be tussling. We're always going to be in constant conflict. All right. But Lord willing, this was edifying. Just going into, particular characteristics of Esau, and going into the typical look of why they have a clean leprous look, But like I said, there are exceptions. But that is the reason. So with all that being said, Lord willing, it's been edifying, and I want to say shalom. And if this video wasn't, clear, then I can make it again, or I can try to make it even more concise. I know I had to split it up in 3 parts. I didn't want to do that, but, it is what it is. So, Salakia, and until the next video, shalom.